This is Carl at National RV Detroit. I'm going to walk you through this 2025 Redwood Regency. Let me walk back here and we'll find the model number. It is 3721 FDB. Okay, so this is basically a how-to video, so I'm just going to show you some of the features and how they work, okay? So this one has on-demand hot water. You open it here, of course. The controls are inside, except keep in mind that there is a master switch right here on the outside. So when you put it into storage or whatever, you could just shut the whole thing off. But if you're having any trouble, make sure you come out and look at this to make sure it's on, okay? We'll talk more about this when we get inside and I can show you the controls for it, okay? You have a power awning, TV hookup, signals out with a power, so you can put a TV out here if you chose to. Got your sliding door. deep cycle marine battery, 2 LP tanks with automatic changeover regulator. Okay. Past the slide room here to your first hookup for your dump valve, or for your dump hose, I mean. Alright, that's your exhaust for your furnace. This is if you don't have city water, you can still use the plumbing by filling the tank, pre-filling the tank with water, and then using the onboard pump to pump the water. I'll show you where the switch is when we get inside. But most places will have city water, but if you don't by any chance, you can still use all the plumbing by pre-filling the tank. Okay? What do we got here? Okay, so there's your dump hose there. This is 2 cranks, a 3/4 inch crank, and then your cylindrical, it's a cylinder with a slot cut in it. This is a reducer to go from 30 to 20. Okay, if you look at your power cord here, it's a 50 amp cord, right? But then we give you a reducer with it too, so in case you only have 30 amp hookup where you're at, you can go from 50 to 30 like it is here, and then you can always, if you need to, reduce it down to a 20. Just an emergency, you can light it up if you need to, things like that. You can't run an air conditioner off of a 20 amp, for example, but you can turn on the lights and that sort of thing. So, okay. Make sure you inspect your seals every 90 days or so per the manufacturer. Look at the roof, make sure it's in good shape. This has hookups behind here for the satellite hookups and campground cable, that sort of thing. You have 2 black tanks in this one because there's two toilets, so you have 2 black tanks, therefore 2 black tank flushes right here. So to flush them, basically the key is you dump the black tank and then you leave the valve open, like it says on the sticker here. You always got to leave the valve open so too much pressure doesn't build up. You put the hose at the dump station on here, turn it on, it sprays out the tank, cleans off the sensor so you get a good accurate reading, that sort of thing. So 2 tanks and 2 flushes, and there's your city water hookup here, and that's just regular water spigot. Okay, and here we are back where we started from. So let's go look inside. It's a beautiful thing. Okay, alright, so first thing we see is the control panel. So we'll get some lights going here. Oh, that's a water pump. Alright, so I mentioned the water pump. You can turn it on right here. Use that to pump water out of the fresh water tank if you don't have city water, like we just talked about. You also use that water pump to winterize the trailer, of course. Awning switch, power awning. Never leave the awning out unattended. So if you're not going to be at the site, or you're going to just be down the road, whatever, make sure you roll it in so it doesn't get damaged by the weather. You have your slide rooms here, right? Then you have your levels, of course, battery and gray tank, black tank, that sort of thing. All right, you have your two thermostats here. They're very simple. You just poke the mode button till you get to mode, then you just turn it till you find what you want. I'm going to go back to off, but next you would go with the fan, which I'm going to shut off, and then after that you can turn it again and select the temperature. So you do that for both of them. That works for both the air conditioner and of course the furnace. This device here is your power converter. So this converts AC to DC power. So you have circuit breakers inside, 110 AC circuit breakers. Then the power is converted to 12 volt DC, and so you have 12 volt DC fuses in there. And this is also a battery tender, so it'll actually, when you're plugged in, it'll sense how much energy your battery up on the tongue needs, and it'll charge it up for you when you're plugged in. So, okay, that's the power converter. This is the control for your, or the main vacuum unit here. This is your carbon monoxide LP gas detector. It should always be green. If it's not green, get it serviced. Okay. Usual stuff, pantry. Refrigerator. Now, there's going to be, let's see what we got here. Somewhere in here, yeah, see there's a threaded thing here. Let me look and see if I can find the latching thing for it. Okay. Here, right here. So make sure when you're traveling you screw this into here, right? So the doors don't fly up and get dented. You get some extra paint and touch-up stuff here. Here's your remotes here, your fireplace remote, so on and so forth. Now when it comes to your sink here, you got a lot of options. This controls both the waterfall, which is right here. I don't have the water hooked up right now, but the waterfall is right here, which is water comes out along here, runs off your dishes. Then if you turn the other way, you have your sprayer, your regular kitchen thing. Your keys are just hanging right here, by the way. Soap dispenser, cup washer. You push down on this with the cup and it washes your cup out. And then you have a chopping block that goes on top. So you also have your dishwasher. I didn't prep this, but the dishwasher works like all dishwashers. There's nothing special. Just use it like any other washer. Microwave works like any other microwave. The plate must still be packed away. I'll keep my eyes open for it. When it comes to your oven and your 4 burners, you're just going to go like this, just like that. Very simple. You push it in and then turn it. And of course you have lights here, oven light. So that's pretty self-explanatory. TV set, of course. We looked at the remotes. You have your fireplace. Here, let me get the remote for it. Get over here. So you got all different colors, and you can select like so. All right. It's got a thermostat. You can set the temperature. It has a timer, so you can set it to turn on and turn off when you want it to. You could set it to turn on, a half hour before you get up in the morning if it's cool outside, something like that. And of course off. Now, let's see what we've got here. This is your Bluetooth here. So you're going to hook your phone right into that. You have speakers, so I just heard them talking to us. Where are they? Oh, right here, okay. So you'll use your phone or your tablet, whatever, and just hook up to it and use that as your Bluetooth, as your sound anyway. Okay. This is a hide-a-bed here. So you pull the cushions off, obviously. You grab it down here, fold it out, drop the legs, and you got a usable, nice 3-panel hide-a-bed. This has got a curtain on it, and this is where you operate it here, like so. Okay. Recliners, and recliners have heat, they have vibration, lights, and then powered recline and for your footrest and your backrest, or your back. Okay. A lot of this is self-evident here, so I'll just let me take a look around here, see what if I missed anything for you. That needs explanation anyway. Okay, so your first bathroom is here. The toilets work like all RV toilets do. They sit right over a black tank, right? The flush pedal is right here. So when you get hooked up, your power's hooked up, you'll come in here, you put a dose of chemical right in the bowl, then you'll step on the pedal and hold it down until you put at least a gallon of water in the tank below, along with the chemical. You can use more than a gallon, just don't use less than a gallon of water. And once you do that, you're ready to go. If you don't do that, it's considered using it dry, and it'll just be a mess. It'll get clogged up, it'll smell terrible, and it'll just be a general mess. So always put your chemical and water in there. Never run it with an empty black tank or a previous flushed black tank. Okay. All right, that's self-evident. You have GFCIs here. There'll be a few in this trailer. There's also many plugs that are not GFCIs, but they say GFCI protected. Well, everything, even the ones on the outside, are wired through a GFCI. So if you're using a plug outside and it pops, you're going to reset it like here. So they're all wired through a GFCI. So if you're having trouble with your AC power, always check them to make sure they're not tripped. This is for your on-demand water. So if I just turn it on, you can choose between Celsius and Fahrenheit. We got Fahrenheit, of course. If you push that, it's set to 120. I think we have the gas on, so let's see what we got here. Okay, so now it's starting. You can see it. Oh, we don't have water hooked up. Darn it. Okay, well, I meant well. So one of the safeties in here is that it has to have a water source, or it will not light. So by water source, I mean it has to have the city water hooked up to it, or it has to have water in the tank with the water pump turned on. Otherwise, the safety will kick in and it will not light because you don't want it to overheat. So, but anyway, if it was hooked up right now, you would see the temperature climbing till it got to 120. It just takes a few minutes to get up that high, and it'll stay there until you stop using the water. Okay. Okay. All right. One more thing. You have a powered fan up here with the lid is powered. It's all controlled right here. You just push the on button. It'll open the lid and start spinning. You can change direction, change speed, whatever you want to do. These are just storage here. A lot of nice detail on this trailer. You look at the doors. It's not just a plain old trailer. It's very, very well thought out. Okay, another thermostat here. Your air conditioner up there, of course. And another television. And of course storage here. Your bed, you can pick it up. And it does have some stuff underneath it probably. Yeah, you got two more chairs. Two more dining chairs there. They're folding type. Okay. Sliding doors here. Always latch the doors. The sliding doors when you're traveling, always. Otherwise they're going to get damaged. Washer, dryer, stackable. The thing to remember about your shower is always latch this in a latched closed position so these doors won't move when you're traveling. If you travel without these latched, they'll slam against each other and eventually one of them will break. If you have them latched, they will not break, period. So keep that in mind. See, this is an example. There's a plug here. It says GFCI on it, but it's just wired through that GFCI in the other bathroom. Okay. Toilet works the same way as the other one. At least a gallon of water plus a dose of chemical. You have another fan with a remote for up here. Fan is like I think it's 4-speed. It's 3 for sure, maybe 4. I think it's 4. Okay. And you got his and hers sinks. Okay, let me look around, see if I forgot anything here. I think I've got it. I think. Yes. Okay. So the rest is self-evident, you know, the light switches, and you can get to know it, obviously, just by fiddling with it. So we went over the main stuff. So first of all, I want to thank you for purchasing your trailer here at National RV Detroit. Please remember to inspect your seals, to inspect your roof, because you can't see what's happening on the roof unless somebody looks, so that's important. And right now this is in camping mode, so I'm sure, let me see, we talked about this yesterday. So this actually has water in the system right now. If you're going to store it or for the winter, whatever, it has to be winterized. Keep that in mind, because you don't want it to freeze. So right now, it's my understanding that it has water in the system. Okay? Thank you.